Hello. So tonight I am actually living the bachelor life. Christopher's not here at the moment, so it's just me and the dog. And she already had her dinner, so tonight's going to be all about me. I know, most of my vlogs are all about me. I get that. But anyway, so we all have comfort foods that we really love, and sometimes we have a really good reason for them, like they're a really great food, there's something we all really love. Sometimes there's not a really good reason, but we love them anyway. That's what this is tonight. So, between college and graduate school, I was lucky enough to get a teaching assistantship in a French high school in Paris. I was that random foreign teacher who showed up once a week and had to try to explain something, anything, to keep, 20 or 30 junior high through junior college students occupied. Really glamorous. But I did get to live in Paris. The problem is, it's a city of really amazing food, but as a teaching assistant, I basically had no money. The money I did have was all going to my rent. That's a whole other story though. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because that's where this meal came from. My two primary meals, I think, for most of the time I lived there, I would get fried rice from the Chinese takeaway down the street, or I would make what I'm about to make tonight. It is a one-pot meal, which is great. You don't have to turn on the oven, which is great in the middle of hot summer, and yet it's kind of a filling, heavy meal, so you can be satisfied by it in fall and winter. But it does include something that Christopher doesn't care for, which is tuna. He doesn't like the taste or the smell, so I always try to make it when he's not around. Thus, I am making it tonight. I didn't grow up with tuna casserole, or tuna hot dish, or tuna and noodles really of any kind. Just wasn't something that my mom made. So when I was probably in college, you could see it in the lunchroom, in the cafeteria kind of thing. Never really got into it. But then, here I am, I'm in Paris, I'm around all this stuff, and I'm really hungry. So it's like, well, what do I have on hand? I knew I could get noodles. I knew I could get tuna. And I was like, okay, so I can do tuna and noodles. No internet at the time, remember? This was ages ago. This was pre-internet age. So I wasn't sure exactly what went into it, so I just kind of made it up as I went along. I knew that I wanted cheese. The main cheese I could get my hands on was, well, I have Swiss here, but it was actually Gruyere, so high-end Swiss, which was a nice way to go. So I had my canned tuna, I got pasta. I always went with shorter stuff just because it was what we had on hand for other things as well. My kitchen, I should mention, my kitchen was about 3 feet by 3 feet square, and that included the counters. The floor was about 2 by 2 square. There was a little teeny tiny oven up on the shelf. The refrigerator fit under the counter, and we had 2 burners. So I was doing everything I could. But anyway, so I had the tuna, we have the cheese, we have the pasta. We need something to bind it all together. I was living in Paris, so I'm looking at what we've got around, and, well, we had mayo, and we had Dijon mustard. Although at the time, there was this whole big thing in Paris where you could actually get a mayo that actually had mustard in it, so I would usually have that in the house because it was just easier. So I looked at it and was like, this could work. So that's what you're gonna see me do tonight. You're gonna see me boil some pasta, mix everything into it, and really enjoy myself in about, 20 minutes? Because I have to start the water first, I haven't done that yet. So anyway, I know this is not for everyone. I apologize to those of you who think this is really gross, but it is comfort food for me, and there's a lot going on in the world, and sometimes you just need comfort food. So I'm gonna do this, and I will see you in a little while. And I'll be really, really happy. Okay? See you then.